So if you bought your first car, or maybe your first enthusiast car, but what now? What do you do when you have your first car, your first enthusiast car? Well, first we pause because we gotta do a cold start. So while she's getting up to temperature, this is 5 things a car enthusiast should do buying their first enthusiast vehicle. Number 1 thing to do is to remove the previous owner from the vehicle. If your car has a front plate with a vanity plate from a dealership, get it off. There's a vanity plate from the previous owner, get it off. Does the back have stickers? Does it have another vanity plate in the back that's a dealer or something? You're not advertising for them. They're not giving you advertising money. Get it off. Go online, eBay, Amazon, get yourself your favorite tuner, get you a Grady, get you a Motordyne exhaust. Just get you something car related, slap that back on there. Don't have a naked plate. Part of the first stage is appearance. Give the car a good clean. Give it a really good wash down, scrub down. In my last video, I showed you guys how to super clean your car like this with no soap. Check that out. Another part of removing the previous owner from the car you just bought is also something from inside. Inside the car, on the passenger side, is the HVAC system. HVAC system has a filter. You don't want to be smelling the previous owner's old farts, skin cells, sneezes. It's just gross. Another thing to do when you buy the car, you go ahead and get yourself a brand new filter. Get yourself an OEM filter. Oh, at the auto store, there are some filters made by Fram with activated carbon in those filters. Get those cabin filters, put it in, remove the funk from your brand new car. Thing number 2, maintenance. Now, you're supposed to do your due diligence. Get a pre-purchase inspection done before you buy a car. Normally like $100 or something at a dealership or something like that. It's really easy, it's really simple. Get those done, peace of mind. Make sure you're buying a car that's not a total mess. So now that you had an idea of what the car was done to it, despite what the previous owner told you, let's go over some quick maintenance. Oil, check your oil. Dipstick there, inlet there. You have, if it's an enthusiast car, most likely you bought a manual car. If you didn't have a manual car before, you got a clutch fluid. Check your clutch fluid, check your brake fluids. Check your power steering fluids. At every given time, even though you're checking those fluids, they may be dirty, funky. Go ahead, prepare and get a plan going to get all those fluids changed. You guys are watching, you may not have the same vehicle. I would suggest finding a YouTube video of the same make and model of your car, and there's hundreds of maintenance videos out there on how to get these things done. Check your brake pads, check your tire wear, possibly even check your lugs if you want to. This car is now yours. You're going to be doing some enthusiastic driving. May not be breaking the law. But go over everything, check everything, make sure it's tip-top condition. Don't listen to the previous owner. Get these maintenance items done. They're very important to the extended life of the car, and is also very important to the function of the car. Car enthusiasts like us, we push the cars beyond everyday manufacturers, everyday drivers. So do your due diligence, get these maintenance items taken care of. Number 3, guys, education. Educate yourself of being a car enthusiast. Join an online community, i.e. Facebook or a forum. I know forums right now are a thing of past. Forums have kind of died, unfortunately. there are still a lot of good articles left on the forum. You can find a lot of wheel fitment information, a lot of things just thrown on there on forums that are really good, really great information. Facebook groups are awesome too, but sometimes Facebook groups are kind of filled with an entitlement, so to speak. A lot of people, they don't do their own research, and some people just expect to be spoon-fed information. Please do not do that. Please go ahead and take some time and search and do research. Find some blogs, find some forums, find some Facebook posts. Educate yourself generally about the platform that you purchased, and it just makes you understand a whole lot more what you're going to do with the car. Doing this research and stuff is also going to minimize the amount of flack or shit talk you're gonna get on these Facebook groups, because these Facebook groups, honestly, they're full of trolls, and they're full of people just waiting to talk shit about you and waiting to just make you look like a fool. That's just facts. There's just trolls out there ready to just mess with people's day and just shit on them. But if you take your time and do your research beforehand, learn your vehicle, and you're able to ask questions smart enough, there's enthusiasts out there that will see that, understand that, and they will back you up, and they will give you the answer you need to help overcome your problem. So find yourself a great online community for research, for picture sharing, for mod information. There's so many different avenues, and all it takes is just a Google away. Heck, there's now ChatGPT to help you out with this stuff. How crazy is that? You guys now have AI to help you do these things. So don't forget that. Step number 3, online community. Educate yourself. So now we're at the most controversial part of this entire video. Modification to your new car. It's so controversial that people actually fought over it. There's many camps and many different ways and many different options that people choose to modify their car, one way or the other. But my advice right now to start with, understanding these mods is one of the first steps, and really the most important step you should take when considering mods for your car. Absolutely the most important thing. The majority of people out there listen to their friends, and they listen to what they see online in forums and stuff like that, and they just follow it, cookie cutter it. What I want you guys to do as young enthusiasts is, I would like you, like I said in the previous step, learn and educate yourselves about these mods. I want you to spend a little rabbit hole time, so to speak, down a research path, learn what the car is, learn what the mods are, and why people do these things, why people choose these mods, or why people go down, or what these mods complement other mods, so to speak. Because honestly, it can be a slippery slope. One mod dictates the necessity for another mod, and if you don't do those mods correctly, you could actually damage your vehicle, because, for instance, 3-inch intakes. 3-inch intakes, you have to tune your car to use a 3-inch intake. Now, I don't want to get too into the weeds. Some cars may not, because some cars, their factory math is 3-inch. Some cars, their factory math is 2.5-inch. So that's another hearsay. Do research on your platform. What may work on one car may not work on another car. Some mods actually reduce power. Yeah, imagine that. You didn't think about that, huh? Some mods actually reduce horsepower. Think about it. That's crazy. Did you have put in the comments, let me know if anybody has ever brought that up to you. Some mods, like say a restrictive exhaust, will reduce power. Some mods, like a bad exhaust system, will create back pressure. Some intakes, for example, some intakes may just pull in hot air from the engine bay instead of cold air from a cold air system. So do your research. Some of these mods, they may be cheap and they may actually create a problem, then fix a problem and actually do a negative horsepower gain versus just gains. And that brings me up to a point of some of these parts out there. Some of these parts will definitely make you lose power. Some of these parts will make you gain power. I will absolutely say this. Don't mod beyond your means. This is your first car. Take your time and mod it. I would rather you spend your money on buying used parts than a crappy new part because of cost. Don't undercut yourself. There are many reputable brands and dyno proven parts out there that are expensive, but in the used markets they may not be. So just get yourself, I prefer y'all get yourself some quality used parts than buying some brand new crappy cheap parts. And once again, it's through education that you'll know what is a crappy part and what is a good used part. So educate yourselves. Don't buy cheap parts. Don't let anybody swindle you into buying parts. There's also a lot of Instagram accounts out there that are fake that will scam you for parts. Be very careful. That's where community comes in. Communities will let you know who are these sellers. Communities will let you know what are good parts and what are bad parts. Be wary of eBay. eBay has a lot of cheap, crappy parts. You'll lose a lot of horsepower. But on eBay, you'll find a lot of great used parts. A lot of great used parts. So mod responsibility. Mod with responsibility. Tuning. Tuning is a part of this. Know your tuners. I'm not here to preach to the choir. But flame tunes, flame maps, pops and bang maps, they will destroy your engine. I'm not here to argue. Like I said, modding is the most controversial part of this entire topic. People will say no, people say yay. But just think about this one factor. You're cutting ignition, extra gas into your engine. Some bypasses your cylinder, your piston rings into the bottom end, mixes with the oil. Majority goes down into your exhaust, which creates the pops and bangs. But that little bit of gas that goes into the bottom of the engine mixes with the oil, severely degrades your oil. Go down the rabbit hole, do your own research. I'm just here to give you bullet points, to give you a starting point on where to go. We're finally here. We're at number 5 on the list. IRL car life, IRL car community. We've discussed finding an online resource, discussed getting help from people across the states, abroad, online, just people from everywhere. That's how awesome that is. But while you're online too, I hope you look for a local chapter of the car club or whatever that you have, or a local enthusiast group. And when you find an enthusiast group, that's number 5, go hang out with these people, these fellow enthusiasts. Go hang out, go find people that have the same car like you, that does mods and stuff that you're interested in, so you could go there and ask questions about the mods, see if you like how the mod fits on the car, what the car is like with the mod, etc. So step 5 is enjoy the car community in real life. Be part of the car community, but I would say be part of a positive car community. The best part about the car community is just you and your friends just getting together and just sitting for hours in a parking lot. Sitting for hours in a parking lot and just talking about cars. And just talking about future mods, talking about future plans, future builds. Just enjoying the lifestyle, enjoying the atmosphere. So, well, we're back now in my very messy garage / studio. But I would like to leave you guys with one thing. We talk about the social aspect of the car community and how awesome that could be. Finding people with the same interests as you are, getting help with mods, probably help putting mods on and stuff, making new friends. I have made so many new friends being part of the car community. It's awesome, man. It's truly an awesome set of guys. Any hobby, you find a bunch of guys that's just a lot of fun to be with and a lot of fun to hang around. But right now, we have a huge threat to our car community. And we all know what these are. And as young enthusiasts, it's up to you guys to help stop this problem. But street takeovers. Street takeovers, it's fun, okay? I get the appeal. I get why the young enthusiasts like it. I understand that. But think of the other side. We love those things too. We love doing donuts, burnouts, doing drifting and stuff like that. All that's huge amount of fun. We get it. We understand the fun aspect. The problem comes in when you do it in such an aggressive way. When you do it there's nothing wrong with doing it publicly. There's nothing wrong with doing it for the gram. But it's the excessiveness and it is the aggression that comes with street takeovers. It's very brutal. A lot of people get damaged. A lot of people get hurt. And because of the street takeovers, law enforcement and government agencies, your state representatives and stuff like that, it's forcing them to crack down harder on car enthusiasts, on the whole modern scene, the whole gatherings and stuff like that. It's just trying to keep the peace. They're trying to keep the peace. They're normal people that's trying to drive by and stuff like that. We've seen instances where aggro Mr. Macho Man just rams through a street takeover and just takes people out, takes cars out. Please think about it. Have your fun. Nobody's saying not have your fun. But let's start minimizing street takeovers. Let's find an industrial area. Let's find an empty cul-de-sac. Let's just have our fun there. Let's stop forcing our state's hands and our police community's hands. Let's stop forcing them to crack down on car culture. Let's try to just go back to enjoy ourselves, have fun, mod our cars, hang out and talk. Go be goofy on the weekend here and there and stuff like that. Let's just stop trying to be aggressive and doing street takeovers and just destroying the car community. That's just what's happening. And that was a somber discussion. It sucks having to discuss that kind of stuff. It's a huge problem, it's a huge reality, and it's something we have to face. It's something you have to face as young car enthusiasts, and you either join them or make a stand against it. And it's up to you guys. And I will say this while I'm blinded by the sun, but if you're still here and you're still watching this video, thank you very much. Go ahead, put a like, put a comment, what you think. May have missed something. Should I elaborate something? Let's just hit a share. Let's get this discussion going. Let's help out some new car enthusiasts. And you guys have a great day. You all take it easy. Until the next one.